No, unfortunately, I don't have it at the tip of my mind. I'm
All
sure it's
right.
written down somewhere.
It's okay. It's okay.
But I mentioned you to him, and he said,
Oh,
"Oh, that's
good.
wonderful. You have a friend in South Africa, and he's from Victoria." And I told him that you were
Right,
from Durban.
right. I suppose he's an Afrikaner.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I asked him. I said, "Your name sounds sort of Dutch, sort of German." He goes, that's the right neighborhood."
Yes. Yeah. I found it very interesting that Germany is called Deutschland, and then
Right.
you have the Dutch who are in the
Right.
Netherlands and Holland. And so I actually mentioned this to a professor, a German professor, and I said, aren't the Dutch a kind of seagoing Germans,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There are words in similarity between German and Dutch. And
I wonder
the
how
Dutch is the
Netherlands.
Dutch yeah, sorry.
I
The
was just going to
Netherlands?
say, I'm sorry. I just wonder, Deutsch does absolutely make sense. It's so akin, but I wonder how the name Netherlands also evolved, which sounds
Yeah,
so different.
yeah, yeah.
I think
And even Holland.
it involves their colonies as well, not just Holland. They had a kind of pact with Aruba, Curacao, St. Eustatius, Bonaire, the Caribbean islands.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're still intertwined somehow. The
Well,
Dutch
they
were
had
also
their empire.
colonizers. Yeah.
They have their
Nana ji,
empire, Mr.
namaskar.
Hutchinson.
Tulip
Their
bulbs for a
empire,
while, right?
their empire got to America as well. They had New
Yes.
Amsterdam, where
Yes.
New
Nana
York
ji,
is now.
namaskar.
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 प्रसन्ना जी को ढूंढ रहा हूँ मैं.
I don't know. Do anybody knows about Prasanna?
I just spoke to him when he passed me the show. He said that soon he's going to tell the details.
All right.
Not quite ready yet to talk about it.
Lately he wasn't well. I don't know. I only hope he's okay now.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
Yeah. And today is a most happy birthday of Roopali madam. She is most respected in my heart. God bless her. Long life, happy life.
Who's that? Roopali?
Roopali
Yeah.
madam.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Roopali.
Yeah.
Her birthday today.
I can't see her yet.
Yeah.
Wow, folks are slow coming today. We'll give them a couple more minutes, then we'll go and get started and let them wander in.
Is it the same link?
It is.
Okay.
It is. So it shouldn't really be a problem, but who knows? The internet and its vagaries.
Prasanna ji. Prasanna, are you taking the meeting?
I'm hosting for him.
Okay.
He asked me to act as his host for today.
You're most welcome.
He figured I probably wouldn't mess it up too bad. Well, gentlemen, although there's just a few of us, that doesn't mean the poetry won't be superb. Gopal Purdhani, would you start, sir? Would you like to be our first poet of the day?
Sir, right, sir, as you wish. Thank you very much. And I have been mostly reciting poems in Hindi or Urdu or Punjabi. Today I'm going to request the scientists of the world to kindly do not make deadly
Weapons.
Shastras, because they are the ones which will destroy them. And once again, I wish Roopali Madam a very happy birthday. God bless her. And I start my poem. समस्त जगत के वैज्ञानिकों से मेरी है ये प्रार्थना, मानव कल्याण के लिए ही हर एक हो याचना, मानव कल्याण के लिए ही हर हो एक याचना। घातक अस्त्र बनाने से होगी बहुत बर्बादी, ऐसा करो इंसानों की सुखी रहे आबादी। इज्जत करो सब धर्मों की, भाईचारा फैलाओ, नफरत से नफरत करो, सभी एक हो जाओ। क्या लाभ अपने जैसे मशीनी इंसान बनाना, चलने दो कुदरत का ये सुंदर जमाना। अगर उल्टा पड़ गया कुदरत होगी बर्बाद, इंसानी समाज की फिर होगा बहुत आबाद। इसलिए मैं कहता हूँ कि ऐसा करो आविष्कार, सुंदर और भी सुंदर बने मेरा संसार। This is the request to all the scientists of the world not to make deadly weapons. God bless. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Inspirational prayer. Thank you so much.
Devendra KC, would you be next poet, sir?
Sure, sir, sure.
Thank you. Thank you. You're muted, sir. You're muted.
Is it? Namaste.
Better. Yes. Yes.
Good evening, everybody from Nepal. It's cool in Nepal now. So happy birthday to Roopali Madam. And today I'm going to recite a small poem about my friend who passed away 2 days ago. He was a physicist, and amazing death he had. A friend of mine met him, and they had a cup of tea. And he went to his home, had a dinner, and slept, and he slept forever. So yesterday, Bagmati, I was just thinking about him and wrote some few words about him. So heavenly abode. You were a silent lover, you were a soft speaker, you were a slow walker, you used to smile gently, you never pained others. You always loved humanity and nature. You did hard labor in your student life. I remember we were in same hostel in college life, and we were together in a same rented house in Kirtipur in university life. You got opportunities to study in reputed university abroad. You became a scholar. You got higher position in your profession. It seemed that you were always thinking something inside, but you never expressed it. You were also following the path of simplicity. You lived in a simple shelter. You studied advancement and taught advanced physics. You were a reputed physicist. You followed the path of Henry David Thoreau. You wear an old coat and buy a new book. Your identification was an old black coat and pant with a old black cap, Nepali cap, and a pair of old shoes. At this age of modernization also, you were so simple and humble. You used to walk all the way from your nest to university and back on foot. On last Wednesday of November 19, you called your friend Dr. Dhanapati for tea meet. You also called your friend Ashwin Pudaseni, but unfortunately he missed it. After a tea meet with Dr. Dhanapati, we again went home on foot. Nobody knew that it could be a last meet. The same 19th November midnight, you had a cardiac attack and you went silently in the path of heavenly abode. Oh, dear friend, Professor Dr. Om Prakash Niraula, how simply you lived and how silently you left us from this world. May your departed soul rest in peace. Om Shanti. Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you so very much. Brother Lantern, sir, would you bring us some of your verses?
Thank you, Rick. You, my light of paradise. I shall look at you the way I look at moonlight, pure, incandescent, and unblemished. My soul shall paint your smile the way Da Vinci painted Mona, mysterious, intimate, and unsullied, tracing the grandeur of your beauty to the end of timeless time. You'll be my rainbow, hovering on the crest of sunsets and horizons, unfurling to the light like radiant sunflowers. Your hues a mesmerizing tapestry, adorning my core with your breathtaking rays. Together, we'll listen as the lark sings, carry the olive branch of the dove in flight inside our golden temple. Like magnolias, I shall always blossom in your firmament of light, like seasonal spring, paying homage to the unspoken glory of creation. Until tomorrow, I shall leave the shutters closed so that the decor and ambience of your wondrous silhouette will remain imprinted deep down in the tabernacle of my soul forever. I had searched endlessly for you, for eons without success, yet you came suddenly, me, unaware, until you slipped into my being like the moon does at twilights when I am stargazing. I so cherish those I love yous in silence, for they make my breath quickens, my pulse beat that much faster, my inner sanctum fluttering like butterflies, like mariposas. Oh, love, I pray that I will never take you lightly. I see a cute smile hidden in the folds of moonlight and dancing in shooting stars. You blush in the aroma of jasmines, hide in the scented wafts of petunias, lavenders, roses, and camellias. Your love for me is timeless, and in my silent moments, when my inner storms have been abated, I can hear your sweet cadences resonating an enthralling melody in the sacred longing of my heart. I shall always worship at your feet of bewildering beauty, me being wooed into serenity by the songs you sing so sweetly that I become entranced by your captivating eloquence, the stir of your unspoken rhythms mesmerizing the magnificence of my soul. The butterfly within me becomes like the wings of a phoenix, for amidst its immaculate deftness, there's a vibrancy and hope accompanied by a freedom that soars to immeasurable delights. I know that desire can play endless tricks with the emotions, but you, my sweetest Shyama, dazzles within and without. Again, you like a most nourishing tea, revealing your essence only when I exert myself in brewing meticulously. I sit at your table, my heart overflowing with the delectable nature of thy taste. The full moon is near, but even as my heart and awe prepare for the magnificence of its glory, my soul whispers sweet mutterings to you. My sweetheart, lover of unspoken beauty, this creation is full of heroic emotions, but you and you alone are the light of my destiny. I would like to say you're amazing, ineffable, that I miss you. Yet, just as I sometimes stare at stars, at constellations in silent wonder, so too, whenever I gaze at you, I become mute and inebriated, drunk with the wine of celestial bliss, such as can only be experienced by a bridegroom, distraught from the agony of longing for your supernal sweetness. Manatita, the lantern carrier. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Beautiful as always.
Thank you.
You bring us inspiration by the bucket load, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maria, may I offer you the next poetry slot, my dear? You're still muted.
It's me? Yeah?
Yes, you're up next.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and happy to be with you all. And my piece for today is something about writing. And here I go. Pen is not supposed to dry, but it happens sometimes. Can you tell me why? We can scribble a lot of things, nature, love, about the other's behavior, anything that comes to mind. Theme is not a problem. How we are feeling about ourselves matters. Anxiety or depression, not good help. Well, I tell you indeed. Anxious people give humorous stories if we explore their behavior with care. Depression, it is to consider more serious. It's a disease that affects million people. Treat it with care and from the point of view of health. With no more delay, I have to say, dry pen happens to everyone. Giving your pen a break, in return another tale, may be better than the last one. Enjoy your life each day. There are lots of things to explore, and happiness comes, my friends. Well, this was my poem. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, Maria. Thank you so much. Mrinal Kandi Ghosh, sir, would you come up next? You're muted, brother.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, can hear you now.
I'm reading my two little poems. First is On My Threshold. On my threshold, you stood. There will you remain forever. You are above the senses of sight or sound or aught. Remembrance that you bless with will not fail with me, for dreams bring in the truth that life is profound, deathless. My second poetry, Shadows. In a future world of shadows, in the dark, while shines the moon, yourself would expression find, perhaps at the window alone. Your glance would tell a tale of sorrowful words profound. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank
Wonderful.
you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Roopali, happy birthday. Are you ready to read?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so
Happy
much.
birthday,
I'm
Simon.
having some major problem
birthday.
trying to get onto that video. Thanks a
Oh, I'm
lot.
sorry to hear that. Okay,
I
well,
don't know
we'll
what's
wait then.
happening.
I'll go ahead and
I'm putting
I'll
off
do
the
mine for
video.
now. It's lovely to see you, as always. May you
Yeah,
have
there's
a
something
wonderful-
wrong.
Well, we
My
can hear
video
you fine.
seems to have gone.
We can hear you.
We are
Yes, you can
getting
hear
you,
me.
man.
That's most important, that you should be hearing me.
Yes, indeed.
That's
Happy
great.
birthday.
Happy
Do
birthday,
you want to
madam.
try to? Do you want to try to disconnect and reconnect? Maybe that'll help.
Yeah. Are you calling me to read?
I was asking you if you're ready to read. That would be wonderful.
Yeah, I can.
Then go ahead, my dear. We'd love to hear
Okay.
you and on your birthday.
All right. This poem is called The Mulberry Tree and the Silkworm.
Mhm.
So the mulberry tree and the silkworm, they crawled up the tall, leafy mulberry tree. Dozens of them pushing, shoving, rolling, and clinging. Many fell down and in heaps they lay. Some reached the pinnacle and tottered. Ambition is an unhappy thing. A few crept precariously on a leafy branch and rolled themselves into a leaf, while all around the struggle continued. These slept peacefully, dreaming of rainbows. And then one sunny day, the leaf quills opened, and the meditative butterflies shrugged their wings of resplendent colors and flew into the blue. Such must be our lives too, away from material struggle, away from the rush and crush, a quiet and meditative life where the wings of self-knowledge takes us inward to another universe. So the Lord said, if you have faith as a mustard seed, you can say to this mulberry tree, be pulled up by the roots and be planted in the sea, and it would obey you. So this is dedicated to the lantern carrier who lives a very meditative life.
I was going to say, Sister Roopali, that you dressed in red, the colors of dynamism, you have this brilliant smile, and that the fact that the poem is so appropriate for today, such a beautiful poem on your birthday. I love it so much, so much.
Thank you so much.
Happy Souls Day to you. Happy Souls Day to you.
Happy Soul Day too. I saw a wonderful, procession today. They were coming out of the church, and they were all the priests and the young people. They were singing hymns, and it was such a pleasure to watch them. That's India. India is such a wonderful place. You have temples, and you'll have you have a Christian procession going past it, and people standing there with their folded hands. It doesn't matter which faith you belong
Indeed.
to, but hymns are being sung. So it was wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Happy Souls Day.
Happy birthday,
I'm 5 minutes from a temple. We call it Pujaloi, the abode of worship. And I'm on spiritual retreat here in Germany. So I'll continue to pray when I return this afternoon for your good health and for your happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Well, I'm glad the video is not working because, I didn't want you all to be dazzled by my beauty, so you could just hear my voice. Thank you
we
so
know
much.
your beautiful ways.
Thanks, Richard. You really, coming forward. We want, Prasanna and I want every week many other people to volunteer to host the program so that, it's also training for us. And, it's a good training for us. And it's also keep Prasanna's spirits up.
Yes. And if you would like to volunteer, please let him know. And I'm sure he would be happy to put it in your great and powerful hands.
Shalini has sent a poem, but I'll read it later after the others have done. Then you can call for Shalini, and I'll read her poem.
Okay. Dr. Deena, sir, would you like to read your poem now?
Yes, so thank you. I'm sorry, my laptop's been giving me trouble. So here we go.
Sorry to hear that.
The poem actually celebrates the lives of many South Africans who gave their lives for our country. And yesterday, one of our greatest heroes was involved in resistance to the apartheid regime, passed away. He was 86 years old, and he'd been incarcerated for 10 years in I don't know if you can see me. 10 years in Robben Island with Nelson Mandela. So this poem is for all of them. We are here because of what they did for our country. They were not taller than us. They were not stronger than us. Their voices were not loud. Their skins were not less susceptible to pain. They feared just as we do for our families, our careers, our homes, our lives. They didn't have attitude, insolence, arrogance, belligerence, or ostentation, but they did care. Because of what they did, we do what we do. If we forget our heritage, we show that we are less than human, that the racists were right when they said that we are less than human. Thank you. The person who passed away 2 days ago was Sunny Singh. He was known as Sunny Singh to all of us. So we celebrate his life, and his funeral is going to be on Tuesday. Thank you.
Yes,
A noble
let's
soul.
remember his memory. Yeah. Condolences.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to offer one of my poems, and hopefully by then we'll get some more volunteers to stamp up. We may end up doing a second round. Who knows? This is a poem about writing poetry. It's called How Many Must. How many must conspire to craft a line and then admire in their search for the seldom heard word to catch the drifting, shifting thought by its toesies and frame it there upon the page, resting softly among some rosies décolletage. And then to admire the sweet and scented setting rare, and don't just stand there, hey honey, go grab a chair, and while dragging a chair from out the kitchen, invent that next line, like the sifting seamstress stitching, and then without the next metaphor, the whole structure might collapse if our poet paused to take a nap. And without that next pungent simile, you might instead just disagree or relapse. And then in conclusion, I draw this swirling, curling line and add an intruding, concluding cryptic scribbled signature and then claim it's mine. But lest there be any doubt, after a weight-bearing rafter and once over with just a little polish, now I think it's fine, and with a touch of trouble, I make it mine. Thank you, my friends. Lantern, sir, would you like to read a second one?
Was that me, Rick?
Yes, would you like to read a second poem, sir?
Sure. Grace,
Good,
otherwise known as Creeper. I gaze at the master, eyes fixed on the transcendental self. Slowly our stream of consciousness merge. I thought I heard an echo. Slowly our stream of consciousness merge. Yeah, there is an echo. I gaze at the master, eyes fixed on the transcendental self. Slowly a stream of consciousness merge as my physical cage becomes quiet, peaceful, serene like the ocean's bed. The mind is calm, vacant, tranquil. My breath quickens as I drift into another realm, the force of grace taking control as I, a soul immortal, soars like a dauntless phoenix upon an expanse of magnificent vastness. I'm in a temple courtyard, the mortal coil still sitting in the lotus asana amid slabs of holy relics as the wine of rhapsody takes hold and I, a mariner, for once does not steer as grace navigates my sweet surrender. The blue moon caresses me with its luster. My heart unfolds its sails as the light enters, me blending with the universal beauty that never perishes. Oh, grace, my grace, I say in silence, my vocals have gone still, my stillness vocal. Everywhere is intoxicating beauty. My eyes shed copious tears, the joy of the soul, a stream of energy almost too powerful to control. It runs through my frame and I sense a shifting of the breath, enabling me to bear this harmonious peace. Slowly, my body returns to conscious awareness. Too soon for me, but grace knows I'm not yet malleable enough in the hands of the master weaver. And so I wait to be further alchemized at another moment. Oh, grace, my illumining grace, you that dance in my soul, bathe me in trance and inebriates my cool with symphonies. Come, lantern carrier. Thank you.
Wonderful poetry, brother. Maria, would you like to be next, my dear? You need to unmute, dear.
Sorry.
That's
Sorry.
all right. These things happen.
I have another poem in Portuguese, and it's very appropriated for today because here it's raining cats and dogs, and we have to stay inside of the house today, not going out, I think. Well, the title of the poem is Águas de Chuva. Águas de Chuva means relation between water and rain, and it goes like this. Águas de chuva. Águas da chuva na terra banham o chão. É o agro que cresce, meus irmãos, fartura certa para os homens da nação, que agradecidos erguem em respeito as mãos. Águas da chuva na terra banham o chão, por toda parte, destruição. Torrente não consegue correr devido poluição, culpa do homem sem prevenção. Águas da chuva na terra banham o chão. Que tal um acordo sem destruição? O homem faz sua parte sem rejeição. Cuida do seu bem maior, evita qualquer poluição. Águas da chuva na terra banham o chão. Caem do céu por tradição. Dos rios, mares e oceanos, a evaporação. Homem atento ao clima é salvação. Águas da chuva na terra banham o chão. Aqui deixo gratidão por todos que a cuidam com devoção do nosso planeta sem nenhuma ingratidão. Well, I think a man must take care of about pollution because there is a lot of flooding when the pollution is near our houses. But thank you very much for this opportunity, Risha. I am always grateful to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Brother Ghosh, sir, would you like to read a second poem? Brother Ghosh, would you like to read a second poem? Mrinal, Kanti, Ghosh?
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Mountain, little poem, very little poem. Even atop a mountain, as I stand, you remain. In showers of dark rain, while I against the light give you tender cover, and sunset hears our oath. Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Sir, thank you.
Hi, Richard.
Hello there. Hello. Would you like to read that second? Would you like to read the poem?
Shalini has sent in a poem. Can I read that out?
Please do.
Yeah. Before that, I'd like to comment on Lantern Carrier's poems. I've been hearing him for so many years now, and he reminds me of Rabindranath Tagore because every poem is a kind of, surrender to the Lord, to God, to something spiritual, every poem. And if you read Tagore,
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, other Bengalis may get after me because for them, Tagore is something very sacred. But every poem is of his, whether it's a love poem, where there's a poem about his muse, where there's a poem about the nation. It's about God, really. So thank you so
Yes.
much, Lantern Carrier. You remind me
Gopalji, I
of one
can
of the
sing it.
greatest poets of this
I can
country.
sing his songs. My Guruji spoke highly of him. They're both from Bengal. They both came from similar areas. Sri Chinmoy Kumar Ghosh and Rabindranath Tagore, they came from similar areas. And they both expressed the path of devotion, bhakti, which I follow. That's why we're so similar.
Oh, look at that. Wonderful. So I found you. Now, this is by Shalini Nanda Killers, who herself is besides being a wonderful writer herself, she's also a very spiritual person. And this poem is called Etched in Water. There are moments etched in water when everything fades into oblivion. No, it's just me, groping into the words therein. Echoes of pain that reverberate in its crevices, fragmented stories trapped, compressed into a bottomless well, tethered, unable to break away. Water drips into my face, each drop weeping in silent conversation that never ceases. The rivulets trace its course predetermined, preordained. They know the route of the sacred waters. Purity journeys within, purged in the burning fires, droplets that bubble forth, and some spiral to merge into the skies, air spaces cascading down to drench the earth, to release against the fragrance of innocence. I wait to return to this untainted elixir before my last breath, to breathe its very essence and return to the water's unstoppable, eternal flow, realized blissfully free. So that's Shalini. And it's so typical of her. She's recently translated her mother's poetry and from Hindi into English, and it's making waves. So I think today she's had some eye treatment done, so she could not come. So thank you so much for listening to this beautiful poem.
Thank you. Thank you. She sent me a note and I could read eye treatment across the screen. I haven't quite read it yet, but I think she was trying to tell me what you've just said. She's very dear to me and she has a guru as well, and she's a very devoted woman. And she too follows the path of bhakti and she knows a lot about Ramakrishna and those great sages of the East. Yes, she does.
Dr. Roopali, would you like to read a second poem yourself, dear?
Let me find one. Is there somebody else ready to do that?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Okay,
go ahead,
so
take
this
a
is,
minute and
I
find
can
it.
read this. This is
Please.
called the Canna flowers.
Wonderful.
Canna is a common lawn flower, and some 20 years ago, I was passing through some very slushy area, and these plants were growing there. So I stopped and got somebody to help me pull them out. And they've been growing and changing colors, and from red to yellow to striped yellow, thanks to the butterflies. The butterflies do a great job. They're artists. So this is called the canna flower. An astonished stop at a wayside pool of slush and mud to stare at the colorful red canna flowers. So much beauty in so much filth. Ankle-deep slime led me to the plants as I pulled some out from the roots. A few curious urchins offered to jump in. I was happy. The red cannas now stand in rows with yellow ones and red ones streaked in yellow. Butterflies sip and skip all day changing their colors. 2 decades and more have gone by and the cannas are still here. Thank you. I find when I look at nature that there is such a huge interdependence. And when people say that I love nature, I say, we are part of it. How can you love something that is outside you? It's we are nature. All the
Indeed.
elements are in us, We're
Indeed.
part of it.
Even while you were doing your poem, I was looking at Rick's background, I'm trying to decide the colors. It's a mixture of rose pink, magenta, and cinnamon hues.
Yeah.
The color of falls, like they say in America. And it's so beautiful, so beautiful.
Yes.
As is your poem, very beautiful.
Has
Thank you, Roopali.
Richard, have you read your poems?
I have,
Read one.
but I can find another one. But first, I have to tell you that our brother Prasanna asked me to wish you a very, very happy birthday as well.
Thank you so much.
Indeed, yes.
And everybody keeps asking me, how old are you? I tell them lies.
But it doesn't matter. You are a brave and bright spirit.
I've taken to telling lies.
Your heart is a 7-year-old.
Dr. Deena, why don't you get ready for your poem next, and I'll read my little one here.
Yes, please.
It's called Oh So Many. Oh, there are oh so many libraries that I'd like to see. So many volumes I'd like to be. And there are oh so many pages I'd like to turn. Oh, so many bridges behind me I've burned. And oh, so many velvet nights you do not want to miss. Those things that I love to kiss. And oh, so many doggies I'd love to pet. Oh, so many seas in which I'll never get wet. Oh, so many mornings to awake to surprise. And oh, so many mornings when I get to look in your eyes.
Wow.
Oh, so many.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much. Dr. Deena, sir, would you like to read another poem?
I wrote, it goes like this: when people are colonized, what is left? Okay, the poem is, it's called.
You might want to turn off your video because you're breaking up. You're breaking up a lot, sir.
Okay. All right.
Okay, there we go.
Is that better?
Okay, much better. Much better.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. In South Africa, the irony has been that a lot of so-called non-whites have been trying to get their children into former Europeans-only schools. And the teachers are products of the imperial kind of education. So many of them tend to be very conservative and not really in tune with our heritage. So the children come out from these schools and we call them coconuts. They don't really empathize with their own people and with their parents. And wars are precipitated within families because of the kind of education these young people get. So the poem is called Our Children. We sweat blood to bring our children into the world, but then we deliver them into the blood-stained, thieving hands of the colonizers who occupy their minds, who brainwash the melanin blessed against their own people with their imperial curricula. We sweat blood to breathe life into our children, but then many become savage criminal parasites when they take addictive drugs which turn their minds against themselves and their families and their own country. We sweat blood to nurture our children, but then they are influenced by their peer groups and the media, and many become rudderless, materialistic, greedy, smoking, boozing, drug-addicted, parasitic imbeciles who prey on their own people and fawn on the imperialists. We sweat blood to create a home for our children, educate them, prepare them for the world of happiness and work. Then many are robbed, burgled, raped, hijacked, assaulted, persecuted, defamed, divorced, murdered, violated in so many ways, and warred upon by anti-human, so-called humans, satanic savages who exist only to eviscerate other people. And all we can do in response is to love our dear children even more as they react, tormented, snarling, bleeding children of God, to the endless, searing war that is South Africa. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so very much. Mr. Devendra KC, would you like to be reading a second poem, sir? And then our friend Annette will be next. Wonderful to see you, Annette.
Okay.
So glad you could be
here. I don't have English poem, but I can sing a Nepalese ghazal.
That would be wonderful, sir. Thank you so much.
Nepalese ghazal that I had a program a week ago. There were 7 ghazals of mine sang by one of the very genuine singer of Nepal. So among them, this one is about the present scenario of Nepal. I will try to sing and I will try to explain it in English also. चलेको छ ज्यादै घमासान युद्ध कलिकाल लाग्यो कि देखिन्न बुद्ध चलेको छ ज्यादै घमासान युद्ध कलिकाल लाग्यो कि देखिन्न बुद्ध लडेका सयौं छन् यहाँ भाइ बन्धु न बाँच्ने न जित्ने भएको छ क्रुद्ध डुबेका सयौं छन् आहालमा नशाको डुबेका सयौं छन् आहालमा नशाको पदासी न कोही यहाँ छैन शुद्ध कहाँ छन् इमानका महान काव्य आज पढौं खै कसोरी म आफ्नै विरुद्ध. I mean to say, there is a huge domestic war in Nepal now. I cannot find a Buddha here because this is the era of Kali. There are hundreds of brothers fighting each other. Neither they win nor they will be alive. All are immersed in the solution of what we call is corruption. All are immersed in the solution of corruption. And none of the shareholders are having their clean face. Then where are the books of honesty these days? Where are the books of honesty these days? How can I read against myself? Because I'm also a civil servant. When all the civil servants are immersed in the solution of corruption, how can the young generation will get a good nation? That is what I mean. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was a beautiful song and an important message. Thank you.
Indeed.
Annette, would you like to read a poem or two, dear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The lantern carrier is here. Hello, sir. I haven't seen you in a long time.
A bright, brave spirit.
Yes, yes, indeed. This is called The Forgotten. This is, I wrote this because I work in a nursing home and lots of people don't get visitors. And this is kind of related to that. And on cue, my dog starts to bark, so I apologize.
That's okay.
I held her frail, wrinkled hand, veins prominent in a bony structure, wondering about the fruits of their labor. How many tears had they brushed from streaked faces? How many loaves of breads had they kneaded? How many pie crusts had they formed? How many times had they clasped together in prayerful supplication? How many diapers had they changed? How many times had they caressed the hands of another to comfort? Her once piercing blue eyes, now clouded by a film, gazing into mine with a blank stare. How many sunrises had they seen? How many silent words had they spoke? How much love had they conveyed? How many tears had they shed? How many questions had they implored? How many hearts had they broken? When was the last setting sun that they had seen? Her ears, now large, prominent, and drooping, had lost the sense to capture that for which they were created. What secrets had they heard? What promises whispered that were not kept? What music had they loved? Did they miss the sound of laughter? Did they yearn for the pitter-pat of rain? When did they last hear an I love you? Were they lonely now in their silence? Her mouth, lips now dried and cracked, trying desperately to move, to form words they couldn't speak, now touched my face with a weakened kiss. I mourned for a once vibrant woman now living alone in her shell, separated by a membrane of time, lost in a vault of sequestered memories. In a facility she was cared for by unknowing strangers. No visitors would enter the doors in the land of the forgotten. That's it. End of piece. Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Would you like to read one more? Everyone else has read two today.
Yeah, I want
everyone
to,
else.
Richard, I want to read
Yes,
out
dear.
a poem by Prasanna.
Okay. Okay. That
Yeah.
sounds good.
I think he wrote
Go
this
ahead.
quite some time ago. It says, and you know, he has this particular manner of writing. Sometimes I find it very complex and difficult. Now, but this is very interesting. He says, I'm lost and found.
Okay.
Found?
Wonderful.
I what? Lost self or self-worth? Nay, in the vortex of mayhem, I enjoyed the humdrum, a tingle of jingles in the jungle of chaos, yet I felt never being tickled by harmonic tinkles. Hey, am I contradicting my confessions? Indeed, you guessed it right. That's why I said and clamored to capture and conjecture of mental turmoil and rioting emotional bluster. It's clear I'm not at being self, rather, I'm being imbalanced self in the shelf of within now. What am I? Could you just discern and make me understand the reason well? As of now, I'm lost and found. Yes, but. So I think he said something that's happening to all of us. You know, we're all in turmoil. We don't know what's going on inside us. So thank you, Kumar Prasanna, for this beautiful poem.
Thank you,
Thank you
Dr.
so much.
Roopali.
Annette, would you like to read your second one, dear?
Sir, this is called The Legacy of a Life. Born into this world, uniquely created, there will never be another replica of you. As we journey through life, we leave behind our legacy, our imprint, our stamp. What attributes do we possess that pinnacle us into the forefront of one's attention? A look, a smile, a glance, a laugh, a voice soon forgotten after one's departure, if not captured. What have we left behind that will impact future generations to sustain the memory of self? Did we impart wisdom that will remain current in the annals of time and that sparks the memory of you? The smell of your cologne no longer lingers on a once scented handkerchief, the edges now frayed. The frailty of photographs stored in a box, images fading with age, subjects lost in a time warp. Taken for granted, given little thought while alive, the poet's works are rediscovered as the poet's children mull over the works created, talents once hidden now exposed. Lessons of life, sage wisdom, in simplistic words, yet choreographed with complexity. Ink on the stark white pages, through the years worn with use, paying homage to the legacy of a life. End of piece.
Lovely. Well, I want to thank all of you on behalf of Prasanna, our brother who's undergoing healing, let's hope. And I want to wish you all have a wonderful evening, a wonderful day, and a happy birthday to you, Dr. Roopali Sircar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Make me feel so good.
Yes, happy birthday to you, Dr. Roopali. And indeed, we must thank Rick Spisak for hosting this very auspicious event and giving us the platform to express our views and our poetry, which, travels through the ether and in some ways affects humanity as best we can. And thank you all. Thank you to everyone.
Travel safe, my friends. Travel
Thanks,
safe.
Richard.
Bye-bye.
Yes, you're a trooper.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Happy birthday, Dr. Roopali. All the best. And it's been a lovely experience getting to know all of the poets in this group. So keep it all up. And thanks for Richard for stepping into the breach.
Yeah, and Deena, I really love your, bringing history back to us and the consequences of colonialism and the consequences that continue. It's happening all over wherever colonialism happened. And we're also suffering in so many ways.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And the sad thing is it's become unconscious.
Yeah. I mean, we must never forget.
Yeah,
I mean,
but people are not aware of what's going on.
I remember Toni Morrison saying that, re-remembering. Re-remembering is not to take revenge, but re-remembering so that we never do this again.
Yes.
Yeah,
indeed.
to understand our context.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you.
travel safe.